A customer rolled into my shop last month with a 2021 Silverado. 64,000 miles. 64. The 5.3 was ticking like a sewing machine. He'd already taken it to his dealer. They quoted him $8,400. Cam, lifters, the whole tear down. Here's the part that's gonna make you angry. There's a setting in his truck, built in from the factory, that would have prevented every single dollar of that repair, and nobody told him it existed. I've been a certified GM tech for over 12 years, and I'll tell you right now, the failure I'm about to show you isn't a defect, it's a feature. By the end of this video, you're gonna know 3 things. 1, what this setting is and why it exists. 2, how to turn it off in under 5 seconds, completely free, right from your driver's seat. And 3, the $200 permanent fix that GM techs install on their own trucks but won't recommend to customers. Stick with me until the end. The reason GM keeps this setting on, even after the class action lawsuits, is the part nobody is talking about. Alright, let's get into it. Part 1. What this setting actually is. The setting is called AFM, Active Fuel Management. On 2019 and newer Silverados, it's called DFM, Dynamic Fuel Management, but it's the same idea with more aggressive software. Here's what it does. When you're cruising at light load, say 60 miles per hour on a flat highway, no trailer, your Silverado's computer shuts off 4 of your 8 cylinders. The truck keeps running on V4 instead of V8 to save fuel. That's the whole point. GM gets to put a higher MPG number on the window sticker. They meet federal fuel economy targets. Everybody wins. Except the lifters. To make cylinder deactivation work, GM had to put special lifters in the engine. They're called collapsing lifters. When the computer wants to shut off a cylinder, oil pressure releases inside the lifter. It physically collapses, and the valve stops opening. Sounds clever. It is clever. The problem is, these lifters are mechanically failing. When the lifter collapses and re-extends thousands of times per drive, the internal locking pin wears down. Once it wears down, the lifter can't hold pressure. Once it can't hold pressure, it stops following the cam. Once it stops following the cam, it grinds the cam lobe flat. This is the failure mode that's getting Silverado owners every single day. And not at 200,000 miles, at 30,000, at 50,000, at 80,000. I've personally pulled lifters out of a 6.2 LL87 with 31,000 miles on the clock. The repair? Cam. All 16 lifters. New oil, sometimes new heads if the valves got bent. And here's the part GM doesn't tell you when you buy the truck. This is preventable. Part 2. The free 5-second trick. The turn it off payoff. Okay, here's what I want you to do the next time you drive your truck. If you have a 2019 or newer Silverado with the round drive mode selector, that knob right there on your center console, listen carefully. GM put something in this newer trucks that they almost never advertise. It's in the user customization menu under My Mode, and it lets you actively disable AFM and DFM with one toggle. Here's how to find it. Press the drive mode knob to enter My Mode. Then go into your settings on the infotainment screen. Tap Vehicle, then Powertrain. You're looking for the setting that says Cylinder Deactivation or, on some model years, Active Fuel Management. Turn it off. Now, full transparency, there's a catch. In most years, this setting doesn't stick. When you turn the key off and back on, the truck resets to defaults. AFM comes back on every time you restart. So here's the real free trick that works on every Silverado from 2014 forward, regardless of model year. Look at your shifter. See that M button or that plus rocker? That's manual mode, otherwise known as tap shift. When you put your transmission in manual mode, even if you don't actually shift gears, you just leave it in manual, the truck will not activate AFM. It's also true for tow haul mode on most year models. So here's your free 5-second protection. Every time you start your truck, every single time, tap it into tow haul mode or manual mode. AFM stays off. Now, is this perfect? No. You're gonna forget sometimes. Your wife's gonna drive it without doing it. You're gonna lose a few MPG when you're not towing because the truck stays on all 8 cylinders. Those are real trade-offs, but there's a permanent solution that's even better, and that's where this gets interesting. Part 3. The $200 permanent fix. This thing right here is called the Range AFM Disabler, or on newer trucks, the Range Dynamic Fuel Management Disabler. They make a version for every Silverado from 2007 forward. It's a small black plug. It costs about $229 on Amazon, and it plugs directly into your OB2 port, that diagnostic plug under your steering column. Once plugged in, the device tells your truck's computer that AFM should never activate. Permanently, every drive, every startup. You don't have to remember anything. Here's why this works, and why GM hates it. The Range device doesn't reflash your ECU. It doesn't void your warranty under the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, because GM has to prove the device caused a specific failure to deny a claim. And disabling AFM doesn't cause failures, it prevents them. So your truck runs on all 8 cylinders, all the time. Slightly bad highway mileage, usually 1 to 2 mpg. That's it. Everything else is identical. I want to be honest about the trade-offs. 1. You'll lose about 1.5 miles per gallon on the highway. 2. You can still get a tune that does the same thing for free if you already own HP Tuners or EFI Live. 3. When you sell the truck, unplug the device. It's reusable. Keep it for your next Silverado. Now here's the kicker. Every mechanic I know who owns a 5.3 or a 6.2 has one of these in their truck. Every single one, including me. But when a customer comes into the dealer asking about AFM problems, what does the service writer tell them? Sir, that's normal operation. Sir, we can't recommend aftermarket products. There's a reason for that. And it's the part of this video that's gonna make you the angriest. Part 4. What happens if you ignore this? Let me show you what happens when you don't fix this. This is a 6.2L L87 I tore down last spring. Owner brought it in with a check engine light and a ticking noise. 41,000 miles. 41. Look at that cam lobe. Round on this one, see the smooth surface? That's normal. Then look at this one right here. Flat. Completely worn down. That's because the lifter on that cylinder collapsed permanently, lost contact with the cam, and ground the lobe right off. See those flakes in the oil pan? That's cam material. That's lifter material. Once that metal is in your oil system, it circulates through every single bearing in your engine. You can replace the cam and lifters all day long. If you don't flush the metal out, it just kills the new parts in another 40,000 miles. The bill on this one was just under $8,000, and his warranty had expired by 4,000 miles. GM denied the claim, said it was a maintenance issue. Maintenance issue. 41,000 miles. On a feature GM specifically engineered into the engine to save fuel. For their corporate average fuel economy score, not yours now. If you've already heard a tick in your Silverado, here's what to do immediately. 1. Pull the oil cap and check for metal flakes. Use a magnet. 2. If it's there, stop driving the truck. Tow it to a shop. Every additional mile costs you bottom-end parts. 3. Get a compression test and a leak down test. If one cylinder is reading low, you're looking at heads, not just cam and lifters. The earlier you catch it, the less you pay. Part 5. Why GM still ships this. So here's the question I get asked the most. If GM knows this happens, why do they keep shipping AFM in brand new 2026 Silverados? 2 reasons, and I'm gonna give them to you straight. Reason 1. Corporate average fuel economy. CAFE standards. The federal government tells GM their truck fleet has to average a certain MPG, where GM pays massive fines. AFM gives them a 1 to 2 MPG boost on the official EPA test. That's worth literally hundreds of millions of dollars in avoided fines and credits. So even though they know AFM is killing engines, the fines for not having AFM are bigger than the warranty payouts when it fails. That's it. That's the calculus. Math. Reason 2. And this one's worse. Most AFM failures happen between 40,000 and 120,000 miles. That's specifically after the powertrain warranty expires. The factory powertrain warranty on a Silverado is 5 years or 60,000 miles, whichever comes first. Look at that number, 60,000 miles. Now look at when AFM lifters start failing in large numbers, 60 to 100,000 miles. That's not a coincidence. That's engineering. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you GM is deliberately designing engines to fail outside warranty. I don't know that. I can't prove that. But I can tell you that the failure curve and the warranty curve line up perfectly. The class action lawyers have written about this, and you can look up the Sloan v. General Motors LLC litigation if you want to read the documents yourself. Look, I make these videos because the Silverado is one of the best work trucks ever built when you protect it from itself. GM built a great engine. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me 3 things. 1. What year is your Silverado? 2. What engine? 5.3 or 6.2? 3. How many miles on the clock? I read every comment that comes in the first 24 hours. I want to see how many of you are running the original cam at 200K and how many got hit with a lifter failure already. The data tells the real story. Next week, I'm dropping something even bigger. The 5 Silverado years to avoid at all costs, and the 3 that'll hit 400,000 miles on the original engine. If you thought AFM was the worst thing GM's done to the Silverado, wait until you see number 2 on the avoid list. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next one.